A very sick-looking Donald Trump appeared visibly confused at a really weird press conference that he did in California. Now, the topic of Laura Loomer has started to become a problem for Donald Trump. There are rumors that Trump, of course, estranged from Melania, is in a sexual, that's the way I heard it said, it's weird, relationship with Laura Loomer. Trump increasingly being asked about her and just kind of acts confused. Whether he is confused, let's see if we can figure it out.
Your Republican colleagues or your allies who are concerned about your close relationship with Laura Loomer?
Well, I don't know what they would say. Laura's been a supporter of mine, just like a lot of people are supporters, and she's been a supporter of mine. She speaks very positively of the campaign. I'm not sure why you asked that question, but Laura is a supporter. I don't control Laura. Laura has to say what she wants. She's a free spirit. Well, I don't know. I mean, look, I can't tell Laura what to do. Laura's a supporter. I have a lot of supporters.
It's funny because he tells everybody what to do, even his supporters.
But I don't know what exactly you're referring to. That's okay. Yeah, please. I just don't know. Laura's a supporter. I don't know.
How much is she a supporter? Could he, I would like for him to clarify. Is Laura a supporter? He does seem kind of nervous about the answer. I don't know that it's proof that he is engaged in a romantic relationship with Laura Loomer, but there will be time for that. But remember, the man of the evangelical Christians, right? Number of divorces, number of affairs, porn stars, potentially engaged right now in an extramarital relationship. Trump asked during another element of this stop, do you denounce the bomb threats in Springfield? Now, here's what's going on. After Donald Trump said during last week's debate, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. After he said that, all sorts of bomb threats and threats of different kinds started pouring into Springfield, Ohio. Again, Trump playing confused. I don't know anything about it.
Do you denounce the bomb threats in Springfield, Ohio?
I don't know what happened with the bomb threats. I know that it's been taken over by illegal migrants, and that's a terrible thing that happened. Springfield was this beautiful town, and now they're going through hell. It's a sad thing. Not going to happen with me, I can tell you right now.
So I assume Trump's lying about not knowing anything about it. I assume Trump now knows that the individuals he claims are eating dogs and cats are not illegal migrants. And I assume he knows at this point that terrible things haven't been happening at the hands of this group of Haitians who are not illegal migrants. But he is stoking more terror. That's what he's doing. And I can only imagine that the chaos in Springfield is going to continue thanks to Donald Trump. At another moment during this press conference, a reporter said to Trump, you know, all of this stuff has been debunked, but yet they're getting bomb threats. And then Trump basically just changes topic and talks about the border.
The mayor of Springfield, Ohio, the police chief, the Republican governor of Ohio have all debunked this story about people eating pets. And now there are bomb threats at schools and kids being evacuated. Why do you still spread this false story?
The real threat is what's happening at our border, because you have thousands of people being killed by illegal migrants coming in and also dying. You have women dying as they come up. They're coming up in large groups. We call it a caravan. I think I came up with that name, but it's really what it is. 10,000, 15,000, 20,000.
So Trump completely changing the subject altogether. He really doesn't want to talk about the cats and dogs fiasco. And then finally, just as a sign of the delusional nature of this guy, Trump said if the votes were counted honestly in California, he would win California, which I know we're also desensitized to this sort of thing. Trump loses California every time by millions of votes. And the idea that if the counters were doing their job right, Trump would win California, it's arguably crazier than the cats and dogs thing.
You have a very dishonest system over here. If I ran with an honest vote counter in California, I would win California. But the votes are not counted honestly. It's a very dishonest system that you have.
Yeah. Of course, the real reason Trump loses California is overwhelmingly filled with Democrats and not Republicans. And it goes back decades that Republicans don't win California. But no, it always has to be special. I would be the winner here and in Minnesota and in New York and in New Jersey. It seems that as far as Trump's concerned, if the votes were counted correctly, he'd win every state other than maybe Delaware, because Joe Biden's from Delaware. Delusional, and the cult around him just nods and they go, yeah. No, that's the way it is. So let's take a quick break. Make sure you've pre-ordered my forthcoming book, The Echo Machine, at davidpakman.com/echo. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Latin music star Nicky Jam. I actually used to sort of be a fan of Nicky Jam's. Wild, wild stuff involving Nicky and Trump in Las Vegas.